Welcome back to Color Class. I'm Sarah,
I'm Lucinda.
and we have an issue we need to talk about today.
We do. It's a very important issue, and it's something that many of you are grappling with, and we just want you to be happy and in the perfect colors. And what we tell you today is going to solve a problem for many of you springs out there. But first, you have to do something for us.
Hit that subscribe button.
Hit that subscribe button. But, speaking of which, we have a Patreon account. I'm just going a little off topic, but it's not really off topic because it's Lucy. We want to tell you about one of our Patreon members who said to me, I'm warm and I'm light, but I don't look like my mom. My mom is a spring and she's vibrant and bright, but I'm not. So what's wrong with me? I just feel washed out. I feel ghostly. And I was like, oh, girl, I know exactly what you need. Mm-hmm. You need a proper color analysis because our friend Lucy, she was not a bright spring. She was not a light spring. She was not a warm spring. She was a soft spring. She's beautiful. But as you can see, she doesn't fit into any of the typical 12 palette, the 3 subcategories for spring, because she's soft. Mm-hmm. Her hair is softer. It's not a vibrant red gold. Her skin tone is softer, and her eye color is softer. So as a soft spring, which is the 4th subcategory in our 16 palette system.
Right, I was going to say, we are now jumping into the 16 palette system.
Yes. Just a quick background. The systems. People go, what system do you use? We use them all. Mm-hmm. We consider our systems as tools. One of our tools is the 4-season system. One of our tools is the 6 dominant characteristics. One of our tools is the 12 palette system. One of our tools is the 16 palette system. But we don't lock you into any of those when we do color analysis. We go beyond that and customize the whole thing. But for those of you who know the 12 palette system, for those of you who know the 16 palette system, if you're a spring and you just don't feel like you're a bright spring and you never really felt like a warm spring and you just didn't have enough of lightness about you to be a light spring, you're probably a soft spring. Welcome to soft spring.
So we always start off with the characteristics. What characteristics does a soft spring have? And the first one, I'm going to say, it's soft.
What a shock.
Right. Your appearance is soft and muted. So soft springs, they have a subtle coloring to you. You're not super vibrant. You don't have like intense blonde hair. Right.
You're delicate.
The colors, when we talk about softness, we talk about there's a lot of dimension in your hair going on. You know, there's blonde strands all the way to a medium golden, like brunette almost, but there is lightness in there. Okay. So I don't want you to think, it's going to go dark. No, because when we shift darker or deeper, we hit our autumns, but we're still in the spring category, just with a softer appearance.
And you may not have a lot of light or deep in your hair. Like the example we gave you, Lucy, from our Patreon account, she doesn't really, you can see that she's got some lightness. You know, there's some dimension, but not much.
Right.
And her hair is not very different than her eye color. Right. And all of that is not very different than her skin tone. So, mostly, as a spring, you'll have the warm undertones, mostly, but you might not. And the beauty of a soft spring is you might have a cool skin tone and still be a soft spring, because soft winter, soft spring, you're a hodgepodge.
Yep, you're neutral.
That's a scientific term, by the way, hodgepodge. Look it up. You're just, you might be a mixture. What you will
love
have,
that joke now.
I do, because I made it before and it kind of worked, and so I'm hoping that this is a whole different audience, which it isn't. So sorry about that. Sorry about doing the same joke.
We really like that one.
Yeah, I like that one, and she likes to make fun of me, so we're good. Now, one thing to remember is, because you're kind of a mixture, that means that you read as a little more neutral than your sister springs. And that means that your palette will be ever so slightly more neutral than your sister springs. But the one thing that you will absolutely have is your hair will be light. It will not go below medium. It will be light.
Right.
And it will have red or yellow cast to it. It'll be warm.
Warm undertones is an important part of these characteristics. So you do...
For the hair.
Yes, you do need warmth. All right?
In the hair, yes.
And then your intensity is going to be light to medium. Because remember, springs, if we're talking spring in the 4 palette system, they're light. Well, they're light and warm. Yeah. So that's what we need you to be as well. Light and warm. But you don't fit into the 12 palette system of, here are the 6 dominant characteristics.
Boom.
Light, warm, and clear. No, I do that backwards every single time. I think clear is going to be on this side. Clear.
Let me just say something about clear. Clear is used the same as the word bright.
Yes.
Most of the time when people are talking about springs, they use the term bright. Maybe because, there's a sunshine component to it and your colors are bright in that way.
Right.
And, maybe it's a better descriptor. So if we say clear, we also mean bright. And the interesting thing is why, you ask yourself, why didn't they include soft spring in this from the very beginning? Why did they leave it out of the 12 palette system? Because they're not common. Soft springs, of all of the springs, they're a rarity. They're unusual. So they just didn't deal with that coloring group, that type of person. But what we're finding in our own practice is that you softies are coming out of the woodwork. We are just finding you guys right and left and right and left. Now, maybe Sarah makes this case all the time. It's because if you're a typical winter, you know it. You got it down. You know what to wear. If you're a typical spring, you got it. You know. But if you're challenged,
I was gonna say the challenging ones. We love a good challenge, and that's where we're finding all of our color analysis. They kind of lean. They fall in between the cracks of color analysis.
And everybody to a 1. Now we have a waiting list. We're doing a ton of color analysis, and we take a long time with it. So it's very labor intensive and scientific, and we use eyedroppers and calibrators and have you do it's intense. But to a person, everybody has said, I just don't feel like myself when I wear these colors. And this gorgeous lady that we did recently, she said that her analysis was done, and the person said, well, you're this, but you're going to have to dye your hair. What? She was this beautiful. She didn't have it, she was letting her natural hair grow in. But someone had told her that she was a spring, but she had to dye her hair blonde. No. That's not a thing. So if you don't feel quite like you fit, you just might be a soft.
All right, so your best colors. Probably this will shock you.
Here we go. You're making the same joke again, too.
It's going to be soft. They're going to be soft, warm, and light. All right, so think Pantone color of the year for 2024. Peach fuzz.
Peach fuzz,
soft, warm, light.
Perfection.
That's gonna, and you know what's funny is when we first did that color, we talked about how it doesn't fit into the 4 seasons.
And we looked at the 12 palette system and we're like, where this? It's too warm. It's too soft. What?
It wasn't light enough to fit into the light spring, but the soft springs. Perfect for you guys.
Perfection.
So,
and you have your own soft blue. You've got your own soft corals. It's a beautiful palette. And to be perfectly honest, from time to time, I get a little crooked and I go over into the soft spring. Well, look at what I'm wearing.
Right.
A little bit of coral because I like myself in coral. I think it's pretty.
Well, the only thing is you just have to warm yourself up a bit.
I do. And I do that by when I tan. And I'm not talking about sun worship, but I do get a little sun in the summer, far more than Sarah does. I find myself gravitating a little more toward the coral. So I'm thinking I might just be slipping into, just sticking my toe in the water of soft spring.
This is like the perfect shirt too, because it combines summer with soft spring.
Yes.
So you're getting the best of both worlds.
Yes. But I digress, because you don't need to know about my soft summer season. You need to know about your soft spring season. But I'm here to tell you it is a lovely palette.
Now we got to talk about colors to avoid. If you are a soft spring, we're going to move opposite of the palette. So let's bring up our 6 dominant characteristics. Now, at the
She
top,
loves it.
I know,
She just
I love this, but I always do it backwards. So let me think really, really hard. You're going to want to avoid deep. You're going to want to avoid cool, and you're going to want to avoid clear.
Or bright.
Or yes, sometimes people call it bright. But all of those colors, like think black is going to be really intense. Think like stark whites and anything very bright, neons. They're going to be really intense on you. But
Think marigold, orange, pumpkin.
Autumn colors. Yeah, those deep, rich autumn colors.
Some springs can wear those colors. And you might have been told that if somebody might have just 4-seasoned you and said, oh, you're spring. Warm, light, got it, you're spring. And handed you this palette.
They 4 seasons you.
What am I supposed to call it?
It just like sprinkle a little season on you. You're good to go.
Yeah, it's like a new spice that you get for Thanksgiving. 4 seasons. That's a salad dressing. 4 seasons. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
No, or is it 4 spice?
No, it's 4 seasons.
4 seasons?
4
Okay.
seasons salad dressing. And I'm not saying somebody salad dressing you. I'm saying they left you in the 4 seasons palette without taking it further, taking it to its logical conclusion. And if you're in the 4 seasons palette, somebody told you were spring, which kind of technically you are. That's step 1.
Step 1.
Then somebody
Of
might
the salad dressing.
Stop it. Somebody might hand you a marigold and say, you can wear this. You can wear pumpkin, and you can wear bright leaf green.
Yes.
It's funny when I'm describing these colors, I'm yelling. I suddenly started talking louder because they're louder colors.
Right.
Those aren't for you. Just walk away. Give it up.
So overall, you're looking for more delicate, warm colors to wear.
Yeah. The colors that you just feel like you're wrapped in a soft blanket.
All right. All you Patreon members who are paid members, hop on over, grab your download for free. Okay. So just have it on your phone when you're out shopping, on your computer, when you're doing anything, accessory, clothing, scarves.
Beautiful
Grab
palette.
a
It's a
scarf.
beautiful palette.
Yes. So go there. You'll have a link at the end of the video. And you can also go in the description down below and find the link to the Patreon if you want to sign up. Go for it. It does help us. It supports us and this channel. So we would be very grateful. Another thing you can do is liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing here on YouTube. We just had a huge milestone. So we are so excited and cannot wait to keep building this community.
You buttoned that up beautifully, but you forgot to mention on colorclassinc.com, you can see our beautiful color portfolio in all its glory, all its 34 pages.
So you can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And thank you for joining us today. I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
This has been another color class, and we'll see you in our next video.